He's the type of player, Robert. He's going to have some peak valley. Okay. There's no question about it. But the totality of his game, I can make the argument outside Shohei Ohtani, he's the most valuable player in the entire sport.
Look at the F
because of what he does.
Look at the F-WAR in the last 34 games. Almost a 4.5 win player.
He's hitting .407 with 15 jacks in the last 34 games.
And on top of the numbers, you can't take your eyes off him when he's on a baseball field.
And Nace just
dynamic.
Told me Ellie De La Cruz had a 4.3 for the entire season, and that is an excellent season that Ellie put together last year.
When I was sitting there and we were going over like roster stuff for Team USA, you always, hey, the park, we're going to play in Marlins Park, right? Big outfield. Judge was going to be in right field. Roman Anthony at the time, it was going to be Corbin Carroll, but then Roman Anthony takes his place in left field. And you're saying that's one of the biggest. San Francisco, you start to think about big parks. You need a defender. It's not even close who the best defender is out there. I know Byron Buxton, who was on the team as well, can make the argument, but there's an elegance to the way this guy plays defense. I had the good fortune of coming up and being Andrew Jones's teammate and watched him win 10 Gold Gloves, and he's arguably the best defensive center fielder of all time. I haven't seen anybody come close to getting it done and the beauty with which he gets it done defensively than PCA. Throw in the fact he's a lightning rod. He is an awesome cat. I think he gives like this. He's got that swaggy vibe to him, man. He wants to get in the mix with everybody. But behind the scenes, in the dugout, in the clubhouse, his teammates absolutely love this cat. And when we get into this, let's go, Broyd. Eric Nays did a phenomenal job. There's a blind resume in here. I can't take my eyes off him, and I think he's going to get better. He's showing signs of starting to understand how people want to pitch to him. I love the adjustments he started to make at the plate. Look at him. He's leaning back, baby. He's in. He wants all the smoke. Just like Sammy Sosa, just like Ryan Sandberg, and he's doing it what they did full season before the All-Star break. The notes on this guy are incredible. F-WAR leaders, okay. I know a lot of people on social media get into it over WAR. Don't overthink it. It's provocative. We're bringing all the encompassing ball player, base running, defense, offense. Overall, 5.8. Bobby Witt is a 4.7. Otto Lopez having a heck of a season. Dingler and James Wood. Since May 30th, he's double any player in the game. Do it to him. Hot change me.
You just
take a look at this. Robert. First 385 career games.
Okay.
62 bombs, they're equal. He's got 40 more ribbies. Slugs a little bit lower. Stolen bases, he's got 4 more. Weighted runs created plus. It's a little. Who is that?
Barry Bonds.
That's exactly who it is.
Oh, really? I was just taking a guess.
And there was talk, and everyone knows this. Best player I ever stepped foot on the field and played against. And I didn't catch him in the Bucko days, but talking to Bobby Cox, he used to say this guy was going to the Hall of Fame regardless before all the stuff came down with the San Francisco Giants. Are you
Look at that.
Hey.
That's crazy.
Just let it breathe.
That's unbelievable.
What are we doing? Start to acknowledge him a little bit more. And I get it. He's got some occasional slump in his game, but I think he's taking it out with some of the changes he's making. Let's go through his at-bats last night. Dean Kramer goes 1 split, 2 splits. He's not going to triple up on this. Yes, he did. He walked the dog on it. If you're going to throw that 0-2, you better bury that in the dirt. He left it a little higher than the first 2 pitches, and the pop to the pull side is undeniable. Okay, let's go through. And exactly, right? Yeah. He leaves you wanting more sometimes, and then boom, he got you. Right center.
Another split.
Another split. He's got 4 homers on split finger fastballs this year. He's handling a lot of off-speed stuff. We all know he can handle the hot heater. But this will be the separator. Tough matchup left on left. Chipper Jones used to say this all the time. When you're struggling or even when you're going good, if you can turn your 0 for 4s into 0 for 3s with a walk, you save yourself an at-bat a night over the course of a full season, you'll get out of a slump a heck of a lot quicker.
Interesting.
So look at this. He had the highest swing percentage last year, Nays is telling me in my ear. Pete Crow-Armstrong's swing decisions last 2 seasons. Just lock in on the chase. I mean, he's starting to figure out who he is. Look at the differential ranks. First, third, second, first pitch swing. He used to pull a trigger half the time. Now he's seeing a couple. Swing decisions, 60.1%, now down to 50.6. He's starting to understand how guys are starting to attack him. What are the adjustments he's made? Let's get back in. Let this breathe. When he showed up to Arizona for the 2 days we had him, Team USA, before we broke and went to Houston, and I watched him in the cage, I'm like, it's not a time for me to go up and try and change guys or try and help them in that moment unless they come to you. You're with them for a short period of time. The last thing I'm going to do is go, hey, Pete, I'd like to see you make this swing change. You're not going to do that in that moment. But you could tell the way he plays the game and how athletic he is, he was putting himself in a position offensively where he was almost robbing his athleticism. Now, he was still able to hit a bunch of bombs for us, and he was fantastic, but I love the fact...
What do you mean, robbing his athleticism?
Okay, get me to the side angle. You see the way he plays the game. He's a wild horse. He's Ronald Acuna, that type of player. Pause this. He's stacking his hands in a position where he can't have freedom. We talked about this all the time. He's got a wide base, and he's stacking his hands here. You're taking an unbelievable athlete, and you're putting him in a 2-strike approach from jump, where he's got one move. He needs to be exactly where he is. Watch this. Hands are down low. He's going to toe tap. He's going to get a high leg kick. As long as he times up, he's a special athlete. Bobby Witt's the most electric. He's a bunny running around the field so fast. The ball comes off his bat like Aaron Judge. When you watch this guy, it's 6'1", 190 pounds, and the ball explodes off his bat. I love these changes he's made. Pause. Look at that. This is what you do when you're fighting for your life. This is what you do when you're running Chicago. Go. Fantastic. Look how wide he's gaining ground towards the baseball. Bat speed's increased. Hard hit rate's gone through the roof. Look at the bat speed from 2024, 70.6 to now. It's almost increased 4 miles an hour. And then the hard hit rate is through the roof. And he does things on a field that make my jaw drop. We're going to get into it, right? Look at this. I'm going to take you back to last year. Watch. This is when I was like, no way. Watch where this ball hits. That's 3/4 of the way up the scoreboard. Get you some. The pop that he possesses. Look at where this ball lands. Flip the bat. I'm in on all of it. Tarps off up there. Letting him know he's handled lefties this year. Walk you through an at-bat right here. 2 hot heaters. He goes down 0-2. Tries to land it down and away with the slider and hangs it, and he crushes that ball. He was ready for his fastball again in that moment, and he hung him a slider, and he took him for a boom. And there's nothing better than going deep at Wrigley in a day game. Oh, my God. And he is killing off-speed pitches. Opposite field, right there off McDonald, like backdoor slider down and away, and he's just shooting it. Boom! Oh. Little splitty in a big moment. Setting a world on fire in Wrigley. Look at him. These fans are all about him. Wow. Take a look. Slug leaders versus non-fastball since May 30th.
Look at Cody Clemens.
I know.
Underrated.
Talked about him.
Underrated.
882. All right, give me a little defense. I know Lucas put it in there. I love watching unbelievable defenders. I love guys. We talk about this all the time. The greats have the ability to make the game move slow. I mean, at no point do you think he's not catching all of these balls. And he's going to steal you some bags. Get me to the last word and we'll get out. He has been fantastic. Fielding run value leaders. Pete Crow-Armstrong's got 37. Leads the game. How about the base running in the drop note? 6th in Major League Baseball with 58 stolen bases and 7th with 9.7 Fangraphs base running overs. But he's doing everything. So, yes, he's going to hit you with a 2 for 30 every once in a while. And he's also going to carry your franchise.